crispy.
What's up, y'all, and welcome to another episode of Figures in Action. It is Saturday, so if you didn't check out yesterday's video, check it out. It was a Batman-inspired warehouse. Today's video is a 7-Eleven, and I'll have another video tomorrow and another one on Monday. So y'all are gonna get 4 videos in a row. So wanted to just kind of turn off the overhead light so you guys can see how it gets lit from behind. So if I turned off all the lights, you can kind of see the effect, and then when you turn them on, you can see how the light backs up. So let's get into this one. This one was a little more difficult than I originally anticipated. Just wanted to start off with a 6-inch figures Marvel Legends Tony Stark, so you guys can see it's a 1/12 scale diorama, and you can see the size as the figure sits in the dial. So let's get into this one, as this was a really cool project. I was contacted by a gentleman who said who loved the bodega that I did recently, and he wanted to get a 7-Eleven, but he was like, yo, this 7-Eleven is like, it's gutter. So he wanted a 7-Eleven that had graffiti on it, that was dirty, as he depicted his 7-Eleven around his way, where there's something's always popping, let's put it that way. So I have done, again, I've done storefronts before. I did that bodega. This one was a little more challenging because this is a little more uniform in terms of 7-Elevens are pretty much consistent in the branding. They're pretty consistent in the colors that they use. The style of storefronts for 7-Elevens vary from town to town, city to city. Some have no bricks in front of them. Some have, stucco. Some have, it's just different. Some have little wooden roofs hanging over it. So as I'm looking through all the reference pictures, trying to decide what route I'm going to go, just decided to kind of go with this route. And he also wanted, a smaller version, or he was budgeted for a smaller one. So this is 14 inches across. It is, I believe, 8 inches, or it's 12 inches deep, but with this piece, it's about 8 inches or so. And it is magnetized, so the base is magnetized, or the back, the storefront, the front of the store is magnetized to the base. He also wanted to get a billboard of some kind, and I was like, what do you want? He's like, man, if you can do something for Black Panther, for Chadwick, that'd be great. So I went online and looked it up, and this build is also did a backside to it. He wanted some graffiti, so I just said, let's make it double-sided. But this is just a basic, I shouldn't say basic, but it's one of those builds where I looked at no reference points whatsoever. Or reference pics. I just took 2 dowel rods. I did a base. I kind of put a hole underneath to kind of peg that into it, glued it in there, reinforced it. I put another level here, glued that, another level there, and then it's clipped the way the billboard goes. Just kind of gets clipped between these 2 pieces, and it's good to go. So that's pretty much the build, how that billboard went about. All these logos that you see in the windows, or all the signage rather, obviously most of them have the 7-Eleven logo. I just basically went on Google and I put 7-Eleven window signage. Pretty much that's how I do a lot of my research in terms of when I'm looking for these type of things. So you get those, you have to just save them. And then I use Publisher, which is just a basic program, so I can kind of resize them and kind of put them the size that I need them to fit into the spaces I need them to fit into. So I was able to do that. This piece down here, though, this is a piece of vinyl. You can see more there. It's just a piece of vinyl, white vinyl, and I saw a lot of stores had that, and there's some vellum paper there so you can't see it through. And then I set it up so it looks like there's a store in there, and I'm going to show you guys how I did that. I wasn't sure how that was going to come out, to be honest with you. That was a couple sleepless nights. I was like, man, how am I gonna, because if you put that print on the window, it just doesn't look right. But if you do it a certain way and light it a certain way, it actually works. So it really worked. So all of these were glued with, on the other side, glued this way using a glue stick. So let's get into the guts of this. All right, so here is what it looks like from the back. As you can see, there were, and I'll show some progress pictures at the end so you can see it before it had all the signage, where it's just kind of hollowed out. It's hollowed out the door at the window where the sign's gonna be. And as you can see, what I ended up using was kind of this thin plastic sheet that I got from the scrapbooking section of I believe I got it from, I don't want to say AC Moore because this is fairly new, so I think I got it from Michael's. So I got it from Michael's. So this sheet just, you know, printed out the 7-Eleven, glued it so that the shiny glossy part, and it'll protect it and so forth. And then had this space open out so you can put some light there and shine that. Same thing with the window. The door was a little bit different. I didn't, again, had no idea how I was gonna make this happen to give it that effect of it kind of being a little bit of a distance from the front door. So I was like, let me just try this technique. So because already we were working with about 2 inches, I was like, if I can pull that back. So, and this is just a piece of plastic that I use for the, so this plastic and this plastic is a hard plastic versus this is just a very soft, pliable, flexi plastic. So I use the same plastic to put this sheet in. So I looked around, you know, again, Googling 7-Eleven, you know, pictures of the front of the store, blah, blah, blah. Finally found something that I thought would work, printed it out, sized it up so it fit into the door. Then I kind of glued it on this plastic. Then I painted the inside all black. And then I crossed my fingers and wished for the best. That was pretty much how I went about it. So, and it worked out, man. It really worked out. So if you can see here, you pretty much light up the back, and it kind of gives it that, like, it has some depth there. Like if you open the door, you'd have to walk a little bit to get to that counter to grab, you know, whatever you're gonna grab, a yogurt or whatever that is in the background. So I thought that came out pretty good, man. I like that. This is just using the props on, trying to make them look as much as those guards as possible. This, as you can see, 2P. I could have done a lot better in terms of, and I need to repaint this here. Some of the paint came out, but I could have done better in terms of the seam here. But I had painted it. It was too late, and I don't think it takes away from pictures and so forth. I think you can kind of get away with it where it should be fine. But this is just two pieces of the skinny project foam board, pretty much. And then the technique I use here is just, instead of doing the bricks, I just kind of went, you know, just those lines, those vertical lines. Did some graffiti on the side as he requested some graffiti. Then both sides of it. And then you know, I put some of that moss there just to kind of give it that feel of, you know, a store in the hood where they just don't care as much. Those little black dots are just gum, pretty much. And yeah, that's what the top looks like. This is removable, although it got stuck a few minutes ago because I put it in there when I had Mod Podge the top. So it's just removable, and you can see that. You can just kind of stab it right into the top. And yeah, I think that's it, man. I think that's it for this one. Definitely had a good time with it. It's magnetized here, so you can kind of see. You can get an idea. Oh, you know what? I actually wanted to show you guys this because this is kind of cool. So a lot of times you just don't get to see the difference between so in this particular case, I had done 2 washes here, and I almost left it this way, and I was like, I don't know, man. So then I said, let me try a couple more washes. Let me dirty it up a little more so you can see the difference there. This is about maybe 4 or 5 washes, some stains, all using diluted water with either acrylic or airbrush black paint. So I used a little bit of both, and I like this better than this, and definitely looks more worn down. And this is kind of the black. I'll tell you how I painted inside of the black, and you can see here all black on the inside of that. This is what the door looks like, and then that's the signage or the sign there to kind of make it look like it's a store behind it. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I will put some pictures at the end of the video. Just a reminder, tomorrow, Sunday, at 8:30 p.m. on Whatnot, I will be live. I will be selling some of my figures from my personal collection. If you sign up using my unique code, which I'll leave at the in the description, you get $10 off your first purchase. If you're a first-time signee to Whatnot, you can get entered into a raffle to win a really, really cool diorama, which I will be breaking down tomorrow, a few hours before I go live. And this is it's free to go on Whatnot. It's free to join the raffle. It's a 2-level diorama with a garage in the bottom. It's dope. I'm giving it away. I just need people to sign up and enter that raffle, man. So, and you'll get $10 off. And I'm selling some pretty cool figures, and all my figures are gonna be starting bid will be, for the most part, below retail. Y'all, and I'm out. Peace.